Okay, good day, grade 8. The topic we will be covering today is dance. So, let's dance. What we will be looking at in this lesson is dance conventions, locomotor movements, warming up, cooling down, and moving your body. All of this can be accessed in your Platinum Arts and Culture textbook. So let's start. If you can please page to page 2 of your textbook. Dance conventions. Do not be fooled. Dance conventions are not a complicated list of dance moves and terminology, but can rather be seen as guidelines as how one should behave in a dance class or environment, as well as one's behavior towards fellow dancers and instructors. There are 6 dance conventions that you have to be aware of. Let's look at those 6. It's focus, greeting, setting of environment, use of space, control, and code of conduct. If you refer to your Arts and Culture textbook, this can be found on page 2. Okay, so let's look at the dance conventions. I just quickly summed them up for you a bit. Let's look at number 1, focus. Focus on the teacher and listen carefully to all instructions. Number 2, greeting. Enter the classroom in an orderly fashion and greet the teacher making eye contact. Number 3, setting of environment. Remove all obstacles and ensure that each dancer has enough space to dance in. Number 4, use of space. Take a space in the back of the class if you are less experienced, and be aware of other dancers while dancing. Allow enough space between you and your fellow dancers. Number 5, controls. Do not leave the classroom during a lesson or criticize the teacher during a lesson. Take notes if you have to sit out. And then number 6, code of conduct. Be on time and respect your fellow dancers and the teacher, and support your fellow dancers. Now we will be looking at warming up on page 3. Okay, what is a warm-up? A warm-up is an act of preparing for an athletic event or a workout by exercising or practicing for a short time beforehand. Warming up helps reduce your risk of injury and the aches and pains that come with exercise. What are the benefits of warming up? Okay, it increases movement of blood through your tissue, making the muscles more pliable. It increases the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. And this also helps prevent you from getting out of breath too early or too easily. It prepares your muscle for strengthening. It prepares your heart for an increase in activity, preventing an increase of blood pressure or in blood pressure. It prepares you mentally for the upcoming exercise, and it improves coordination and reaction time. Cooling down. A cool down provides your body with a smooth transition from exercise back to a steady state of rest. It reduces your heart and breath rates, and it gradually cools down your body temperature. And it returns muscle to their optimal length-tension relationship, which prevents pooling of blood in extremities, which may cause dizziness or possible fainting. Okay, now let's look at the proposed benefits of cooling down. It reduces heart and breathing rates. It gradually cools your body temperature, and it returns muscles to their optimal length-tension relationship. Let's go and look at locomotor movements. This can be found on page 4 of your Arts and Culture textbook. Okay, so let's start. Locomotor refers to body movements that move the body from one place to another. They cause the body to travel. There are 8 main locomotor movements categorized as even and uneven movements. Non-locomotor movements simply mean that although your body is moving, it is not moving from its current position. The 8 basic locomotor movements can be found in your textbook on page 4, page 8, and page 11. So let's look at the first ones. They are walking, running, skipping, hopping, jumping, sliding, galloping, and leaping. So, number 1, walking. It is a normal movement of limbs. The feet and legs move to get a person from point A to point B. Running. It is an action performed by the legs and feet, and it has to do with speed. Skipping. When you skip, you hop on one foot to the other so that you leap around in a light manner. Hop. When you hop, you move around lightly, and you can also hop around on one foot. Jump. When you jump, you leap off of the ground using your leg and feet muscles. Slide. To slide means to move your body over a surface while staying in contact with the surface. Gallop. It means to move in a 3-beat gait like a horse. And the last one is leaping. To leap means to jump or bound upwards from the ground, and when you leap, you land on one foot. So we have covered locomotor movements and non-locomotor movements, but let's quickly look at all 8 locomotor movements and identify if they are even or if they are uneven. Okay, so a slide step is an uneven movement. Walking and running are both even movements. Galloping is uneven. Jump and leap also are both even, and to hop is even, but to skip is uneven. Okay, so let's look at dance performance. Dance performance can be found in your arts and culture book on page 10. Okay, so dance performance. The skeleton gives the body support and form. Muscles are attached to the bones. Joints are where 2 bones meet, and these joints allow an arm or a leg to bend. The bone endings are covered with cartilage. Okay, there are 6 types of joints, namely pivot, gliding, ball and socket, hinge, ellipsoid, and saddle. Okay, so pivot joints are at the top of your neck. Gliding are your wrists. Ball and socket are your hips. Hinge are your knees. Ellipsoid are also in your wrists. And saddle are in your thumbs. This is the end of the slide. You will see now on Google Classroom, I will post these slideshows that I have done, and you will also receive some homework. So your homework is at the bottom of page 2, and it is activity 1.1. This is how to remember the dance conventions. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope to see you soon. Good day, grade 8s, and welcome to your first academic arts and culture lesson. So for today, we will be covering dance. Good day, grade 8s, and welcome to your first academic lesson. For today, we will be covering arts and... Good day, grade 8s. So the lesson